Hello everybody and welcome to another writing and editing vlog. In this vlog, not only am I going to start writing my fourth draft, but I need to finish this by Thursday because I have a tight deadline. Well, it's not that I have a tight deadline, it's my in-laws are coming over and I'm pretty sure they don't want to be featured in my writing vlog. And I have a dentist appointment next Tuesday and I need to have everything done by then. Yay! I don't know why I'm saying yay because I've got a lot of work to do. A bit too strong. So it turns out in that last clip I jinxed myself. So the next day after that day was Friday, and it turned out that even though I had the deep heat, I was just in an intense amount of pain, and yeah, so not much writing got done that day. Today is Monday, the 16th of September, and to be quite honest, I'm just going to start rewriting and doing the line edits because it needs to get done. I just need to do the work. So it's as simple as that. So I have Scrivener open, yay, and I'm about to hopefully finish these line edits sometime over the next few days. Realistically, all I want to do is I want to keep doing these edits until Roland gets home, and that's it. And then keep doing it the next day and the next day after that. So fingers crossed I'll get all this work done. Well, not fingers crossed, it's just I have to. It's sort of coming to that, and I sort of have to ignore the pain, push past it, and just keep working. But today I'm not actually in that much pain, and I've actually got a lot of work done on both my businesses, and I'm now about to do writing. I do have a bit of client work I need to get done today as well, so hopefully I'll be able to squeeze that in. Fingers crossed. Yeah, what am I saying? I'm just gonna do this. I thought I'd give you a quick update because I've just received a message from my husband to say that he's actually coming home soon. So I'm sort of running out of time today to actually do these line edits. So I've been line editing for about 2.5 hours now, and I've just finished 4 scenes. It sort of sounds like, I mean, I'm obviously making slow progress. There's no way of prettying that up. And partly because it's during this line editing process, I'm actually questioning definitions of words that I've used. I'm also consulting a thesaurus, not necessarily to add bigger words, but just to find sometimes a better, like a stronger verb or a different adjective to use in a sentence, as well as I'm also rewriting sentences. I'm not rewriting every sentence, but a lot of this involves me reading the scene over and over again, or certain parts of the scene, and I also get the computer to read the scene back to me just so I can hear, like listen to it and see if it actually sounds right. So it's taking a while, but I have done 4 scenes, so I'm halfway through Act 1. Technically I've got 5 scenes left, and I'm obviously not going to get that all done today, but I'm going to keep working, and I'm going to try and get as many scenes done as I possibly can. I'm hoping to start the first half of Act 2 tomorrow, fingers crossed, but I need to get this done, so I have to do this. Yay! But I need to get back to the writing. In the last clip, I mentioned that I was going to wrap the day up early and I was going to continue writing. And that's exactly what I did. I ended up rewriting scenes 10 to 14, and basically what I did to rewrite those scenes is it was basically line edits. So in the previous vlogs I had already gone through and I highlighted the things in the scene that needed to be changed. So a lot of rewriting for me, I usually have dictionary.com and thesaurus.com open. Usually what I do when I write is I tend to overuse certain words, and I'm not necessarily interested in inserting big words into my manuscript. It's more about I use a thesaurus to find a better word than what I've already used. And I tend to look for a word that you would use in everyday language, just so it doesn't sound awkward. And then I read the scene, well, I get the computer to read the scene back to me. And that's how I can tell if the word sounds awkward. I know it's a robotic voice for the computer, and it doesn't always get the pronunciation right. Instead of saying he read the book, the computer will say he read the book, and that's annoying. It's super annoying. But if I'm replacing words using the thesaurus, I will generally hear if the word actually sounds right in context, and usually I read the scene over and over again, and that's why it usually takes quite a while to do the scenes. But I've reached the last scene in Act 1, which is good news. So today I need to get, ideally I want to get the entire Act 2 done. It sounds super ambitious. Well, as much of Act 2 as I possibly can. So on Wednesday I can do the rest of Act 2 and I can start doing a bit of Act 3. Also, what I forgot to mention is I use thesauruses by Angela and Becca. So I'll show you. This is the thesaurus I tend to use the most. It's the emotion one. So far I've got the entire collection of those writers' thesauruses, and I tend to use the majority of them in the revision phase because it's just easier to use it then. But in this stage I tend to just use the emotion thesaurus, and I also have difficulty describing how something sounds. So I tend to look up how to describe X, the sound of, how to describe the sound of someone walking and stuff like that in Google. And there are a few blogs out there that sort of talk about, that list sounds and its definition and sort of share examples of how to use that in a sentence. So I usually spend quite a bit of time doing that as well. So that's why it sort of takes that much time for me to go through the scenes. I'm probably being a bit too pedantic about this, but it's just who I am really. But before I do the writing today, I need to edit these vlog clips so I can stay on top of the editing, so I don't fall behind in releasing videos on YouTube. So I need to do that today, and going forward this won't be a problem. But I just need to keep on top of this daily, so then I can just slap over the music and release it at the end of the week. Fingers crossed. So editing first, then more writing for me. Yay! And then in the afternoon I've got client work as well. Or the evening. The reason why I don't show client work is, I don't know, I sort of feel weird about it because it's a bit, for me it feels like I should keep it confidential, and it's not always related to writing either. So yeah, so let's get into the video editing and then back to the writing. So I've just completed about 3 hours worth of revision, and it sort of turns out today I actually got a lot more done, well, a few more scenes done than I did yesterday. Yesterday I did about 9 scenes, and today I managed to revise 12. So some of those were quite short and didn't need much rewriting, but I still had to listen to the scene over and over again, just like I did yesterday. Today I didn't use any extra tools than I did the previous day, so I have nothing new to report to you, other than I've only got 4 more scenes left left off part 2, which is the first half of the second act. So I'm heading towards the midpoint of the story. It's currently 7:30 and I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be able to finish those 4 scenes today. Maybe I might be able to. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to keep working until my husband gets home, just like I did yesterday. And I'm hoping that tomorrow I get just as much work done, and the day after that. So it looks like I might actually meet my deadline. So it turns out that some writers like working to tight deadlines. I like apparently my pulse racing, sweating, because I've got very little time to do things. So apparently that's what gets me writing. I need to find a way to recreate this for every deadline. I know that sounds crazy in a way that doesn't seem artificial, but is actually real. I'll let you know what I come up with in regards to trying to enforce strict deadlines, because I do have a publishing schedule and I just don't adhere to it. So maybe I should just book time with my editor in advance and use that as my tight deadline. I wonder if that will work. I'm a little nervous because that means I could potentially screw up someone else's business. So maybe that's what I need. Maybe that's the type of pressure that I need to keep writing. But anyway, I'll let you know what I come up with. So I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. So this morning I'm going to have a bit of loose leaf tea, and it's actually an oolong tea, and I think this was a gift from Roland's family, and there's a tea store in Poitiers called, I have no idea how to pronounce this. I'm not even going to try because I probably should have asked Roland how to pronounce it. But anyway, it's a loose leaf tea, and I'm storing it in this little T2 flask. Well, it's not really a flask, it's a container. And I'm just going to put it in this little thing. I've got a sort of Alice in Wonderland tea holder, loose leaf tea holder, and it should look like this when it's complete. And I actually got this from Whittard of Chelsea in London. Yeah. So I'm just going to, last night I figured out, I was speaking to Roland and I showed him part of my So last night when I was talking to Roland, I showed him part of the vlog because I'm trying to edit it in the evening every day before I have dinner with him, just so I'm on top of the video editing. And I'm doing 2 types of editing this week. I'm doing sort of the line edits and rewrites, as well as video editing. But I like to do the video editing every day because it helps me keep on top of the vlog, and it means it's less things to do the day I need to upload. So yes, I showed him what I had put on the vlog so far, just because I thought some of it was funny. It's just my weird sense of humor. It's okay if you don't think I'm funny. But I showed him, and that's when he told me, oh, by the way, my parents are coming next week. So I've given myself a tight deadline for Thursday, thinking that they were arriving Thursday afternoon in St. Pancras, and it turns out no, they're not. But I'm still going to keep that deadline because I want to see if working to a deadline actually works for me. So I'm going to try and push myself to work to this deadline and act as if I've got no time after that. So this will be a good test to see if I can actually do this. So I thought I'd give you a super quick update. Today I started writing around 1 p.m. and it's now 4 p.m. Usually today I have a lot of sort of coaching clients and stuff like that, but my schedule has recently been changed around. So I've changed today to a pure writing day. So I've been writing since 1 p.m. and it's been a real struggle. It's been super tough, and I wonder if it's because I've done so much work over the last few days. However, I've still managed to get quite a bit of work done. Just got some notes here on this little to-do pad. So basically I've performed rewrites on the line editing notes for scenes 27 to 34, so that's 8 scenes in total, and I'm currently at the 5th chapter in part 3, which is chapter 25, and that has scene 35. How I've pushed myself to do the work even though I just don't feel like doing the work today is I've bribed myself. So literally I'll perform rewrites, listen to the scene back, and then as my reward for doing the work, I'll bribe myself with a YouTube video, I'll listen to a section of a podcast, task, I'll do some cleaning, I'll do another business task. Basically all those other things I would normally do instead of doing the writing, and it's sort of working well at the moment. So when in doubt, bribe yourself. Works for me. It's a bit sad. It's almost like I'm a giant 3-year-old. But anyway, so bribing is working for now. I'm sort of glad I'm having a tough day today, because otherwise this vlog's gonna be pretty boring, because every day it's gonna be like, yeah, I'm doing the work, woohoo. Anyone who's written for more than 5 minutes knows it's kind of hard, and you don't always feel like doing it. I think it's because I'm so sick of missing the story. I love the characters and there are some funny moments in it. Even though it's a crime thriller, there are just funny character moments, and I love these characters even though some of them are completely despicable. I'm so over it. There aren't words to describe how much I'm bored with this book. I never thought I would say this because I really enjoy these characters. But anyway, I'm going off a tangent. So that's where I'm at today. I'll probably do another check-in later or maybe tomorrow morning, but I'm going to keep going, and today basically I'm going to try and get as much work done as possible because I just want to be over this. And I'm thinking maybe Friday I could get my hair cut, hair coloured. Basically it's something fun. That's my reward. Actually, sometimes my reward for writing a scene is editing a video. That's nuts, but it works. It's a bit sad. So it's 7:45 p.m. on a Wednesday evening, and I'm super excited to announce that I've just finished performing the line edits and the rewrites for scenes 35 to 41, so that's 7 scenes. So at the moment I've reached the end of part 3, and all I have left now is part 4, which is 15 scenes, and I'm sort of crossing my fingers that I can do that tomorrow. I'm super excited because I'm actually on track, even though my deadline is not really a strict deadline anymore. Like, I've got an extra day, but I'm still on track. I'm crazy excited. I don't look it because I'm sort of exhausted. At the moment I'm just watching YouTube videos until Roland gets home. I'm just relaxing basically. But yeah, I've got all my work done for today. Yay! I'm super excited to announce that I have finished editing the final sentence in the last scene of my thriller novella, Missing. So yeah, so I'm super excited. So it really only took me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. On Thursday and Friday last week, I needed to use that time to work on a lot of client things because I'm a little bit behind in my business, which is never ideal, just due to my injuries and all of that crap that happened last week. So I needed to catch up on a ton of things. Last week, I could only work 3 days a week. So I didn't want to leave this vlog hanging because I sort of knew it would only take one more day to finish Act 3. I managed to really plow through the editing. I was quite impressed. So it really only took me about 3 hours to finish the 3rd act. There are a lot of smaller scenes in Act 3, or the 4th part of Missing. Due to the multiple small scenes, I was able to get through the work quicker. For some reason it seems to be quicker for me to do multiple smaller scenes than the same amount of words but broken up into larger scenes. I don't know, just how it is for me. And it turns out having a fake deadline doesn't work. So I think in the future I might have to bribe myself to do the revisions and then contact a line editor and book a line editor in order for me to follow through and have that real deadline sort of looming in the distance, forcing me to do the work. Even though it's 5 minutes to 7, I still have work I need to do today, which is a bit sad. I don't know whether I should do it first thing tomorrow morning or whether I should do it now. I probably should do it now. That's not going to be a part of this vlog, or any vlog really. Thank you for watching. If you loved this video and you like writing vlogs just like this, then hit the thumbs up button, and if you're new to my channel, then hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified about more videos just like this, including tech tutorials, my podcast, the second season's about to be released on the YouTube channel soon, and book hauls, what a problem, then hit the notification button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!